Hey there! Today we're diving into a question I get all the time. How much does it actually cost to start an LLC? I'll break down both the DIY approach and using formation services, so you can decide which path makes the most sense for you. So let's start with the basics. The cost of forming an LLC varies quite a bit depending on your state and the method you choose. You see, each state has different filing fees and requirements, which means your location plays a huge role in determining your startup costs. The filing fees alone can range anywhere from $50 in some states to as much as $500 in others. Now, let's talk about those state fees in more detail. In states like Kentucky or Arkansas, you might pay around $40 to $50 for your articles of organization. On the other hand, states like Massachusetts and Illinois charge around $500. The thing is, these fees are mandatory whether you file yourself or use a service. There's just no way around them. Well, beyond the basic filing fees, there are a few other costs you'll need to consider. First, you'll need a registered agent service, which typically runs between $100 to $300 annually. Then there's the operating agreement. While some states don't require it, it's definitely recommended. You might also need to publish a notice in local newspapers in some states, which can cost anywhere from $50 to $500. So if you're thinking about the DIY route, here's what you're looking at. First, you'll pay your state's filing fee. Let's say it's around $100 on average. Then you might want to invest in some legal templates for your operating agreement, which could cost $50 to $100. You'll also need a registered agent, and if you're acting as your own, that's free. But remember, your address becomes public record. The total for most DIY LLCs typically ranges from $150 to $300, plus your time and effort. Now, let's talk about using a formation service like Taylor Brands. The thing is, while it costs more upfront, it can actually save you time and headaches. Their basic packages usually start around $49 plus state fees, and they handle all the paperwork for you. Then there's their premium packages, which might run between $199 to $299, but include extras like operating agreements, EIN registration, and sometimes even website builders or business banking assistance. You see, when you use a service like Taylor Brands, you're not just paying for paperwork filing. They'll handle your name availability search, prepare and file your formation documents, provide registered agent service for the first year in many cases, and offer customer support throughout the process. Plus, they often include compliance alerts to help you stay on top of important deadlines and filing requirements. Well, there are some costs that people often forget about. You might need business licenses or permits depending on your industry, which can range from $50 to several $100s. Then there's the annual report fees that most states require, typically between $25 to $150 yearly. And don't forget about ongoing registered agent fees after the first year if you're using a service. So let's put it all together. With the DIY method, you're typically looking at $150 to $300 total, plus your time. Using a formation service like Taylor Brands, you might spend anywhere from $250 to $500 total, including state fees. The main difference is that with a service, you're paying for convenience and peace of mind. Now, how do you decide which option is best for you? Well, if you're comfortable with research and paperwork and you have time to spare, the DIY route can save you money. But if you're busy, want professional guidance, or just prefer having everything handled for you, a formation service might be worth the extra cost. Actually, many entrepreneurs find that the time saved and reduced stress more than justify the additional expense. The thing is, whether you choose DIY or a formation service, make sure you understand all the costs involved up front. If you do go with a service, I recommend checking out Taylor Brands. They offer transparent pricing and comprehensive packages that can really simplify the whole process. And remember, while starting an LLC does require some investment, it's typically much less expensive than dealing with legal issues down the road because something wasn't set up properly. Thanks for watching! If you found this helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe for more business tips. And let me know in the comments if you have any questions about LLC formation costs. I'm always happy to help.